My wall. Few things missing out on loan. People want to try everything on my wall. You know what no one ever asks for? The advanced alphas. There was a couple issues with those. Yeah, they're beautiful. I mean, they're gorgeous. They're probably what I would say is the default look for a headphone. If only they would fix that clamp. You know, that murderous clamp. The one main thing that I complained about in the review. Oh, they did. So, if you click the link in the description, as of this moment, there's 19 days left, which means I'm going to probably push this review out. 19 days left on a Indiegogo that relaunches the Advanced Alpha with a new headband. And companies, I understand why they're doing it like an Indiegogo or a Kickstarter when they could just want to just sell it better, is because they want to know, is it worth their time? So $400. $400 gets you the new 1.2s. Thicker pads, like wow, can I get an extra set of these advanced? Thanks. And then the exact same headband design, just with a much, much more relaxed clamp. Like, look, my hands aren't breaking to hold them apart. Wonderful. And I think also they lightened up that blue color on the outside, which, holy shit, that's pretty. If you don't think these are some of the prettiest headphones ever, then you have a shit opinion on headphones. And just like she came back from the dead, so will these. Little re-review. It's not going to be super long. Honestly, they haven't changed the sound that much from the original. I will link the original review in the description of this. You could ignore all the parts where I literally complain about the death clamp. Like I had to open it with a speaker in the middle of it. The wire. This is the first headphone that came with an IEM wire. Is it still the only headphone, you fucks? I'm looking at all of you. And you, Sennheiser 820s. This is a second review I've called out how shitty the wire is on those Sennheisers. Because look at it, it's just like, I think it's like an 8 weave. It's big. It's a big one. How many are here? 3 conductor? So that means there's 6 here. And it's a nice, it's like a bronze 3.5 millimeter. It plugs right into my beautiful 789. It's relatively short. I don't think they're intending for you to go portable with it, but you could if you wanted to, or it works on a desk. Look, I could stand up and not yank that out of my amp. My amp's in the back part of the desk. So it's the right length. Build quality, reiterate, metal yokes here. This is metal, this is plastic. These new pads are, they also, by the way, they rotate off. They don't have the dots on them because this is a pre-production set. Because the Indiegogo hasn't ended. I'm like, you gotta get me a pair. If you want me to tell everyone that you fixed it, you put it in my hands. And then they did. Here's your driver, mesh screen. It does come with, from what the looks of it, are 2 pairs of pads. The other one did as well. The original had 2 pairs of pads as well. I think they improved the carrying case. It looks a little bit more improved. It comes with 1 wire. If you get the $500 set, what the hell is that? 2 wires? Oh, it comes with a balanced cable. I don't know if it's worth for balanced cable. Let's just get the damn thing kickstarted so they could actually fix this problem instead of worrying about balanced cables. Because it is just a 2.5 millimeter. And you could just go to anywhere to get this. It's not to say that companies should use stupid fucking connectors so that you can't just go anywhere to get it and you have to spend $100 on their cable. That's not what I'm saying. Don't listen to me, Sennheiser, you bastards. Actually, no, it's Sennheiser because the Neumanns are Let's put them on. Oh my god, comfort. I hope they let me trade in my other ones. That would be great if they could let you trade in. I asked them, by the way, specifically when they told me that they were doing it, I said, are you going to offer owners of the Advanced Alpha just the replacement headband? And at this point they said no, but they'll look into it. Because they better look into it, because I have those, and if I could just get a $50 or $60 headband and replace it, I would actually use those headphones more. Actually use them. Because right now, I'm just look at them and I go, God, those are so tight. And these are not. These are fucking comfortable. So let's see how the new pads have changed the sound. I'm on medium gain, 789, Space Dandy. If you remember my original review, which you don't have to remember, you can click the link in the description to go watch it. I said these were very amp dependent, and I'm going to stick with that. They are very amp dependent, and I depend on the 789, so I'm going to go with my judgment from what I'm hearing on that. They are one of the sharper planars. Usually planars, they all dull out. Everybody dulls them the fuck out. The only ones that are like sharp are LCD3s. So I'd say these sound like LCD3s. But then you get to like the Sendiivas, which are, yeah, like 33% more than these. The Sendiivas are around 600. These are 5. These are 4. So there is a price difference, but they both share very similar aggressiveness. These are a little bit more on the sharp aggressive with not as much low end. Oof. Okay, let's oh mama. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it with the music down so I don't get blocked in Japan. Did you know if I play any Monogatari, my videos are automatically blocked in Japan? Doesn't that suck? Come on, you got this. There we go. Run the Jewels, Oh Mama, from Run the Jewels 3, is my go-to test track for low end. It honestly can't produce that low end. And that's upsetting because it's a $400 planar. Let's see if I add more current and lower the volume. I wonder if it's because the pads are bigger or less open back. I actually have, they're a hybrid pad on mine. Let's try something. Let me see if, wow, these are really they're also not a finalized pair. But it might just be too open. Too open on the back. Too open on the front. They don't have the dampening it needs to make low end happen, because they are very open headphones when you wear them, which usually is a benefit. If I'm not playing Run the Jewels, they probably sound fantastic. But I'm playing Run the Jewels to test low end, and it's like that loud. That. What these are is, I want to say they're like the Grados of planars, but that seems like either, I don't know, is that an insult? Have we talked about Grado enough to say it's the insult? Because Grado headphones can do almost nothing to low end. Almost nothing. But then those highs come in and you're like, well, shit. Well, shit. And then you love people who love Grados love Grados. So if you want to try a planar Grado, this is probably it. Super amp dependent, bit hard to drive. Put it on low. Oh yeah, like strings. Very faint little. This sounds like it's a vinyl rip. Or at least it's an old recording. It's from Quentin Tarantino. It's from Inglourious Basterds. So it's probably recorded somewhere around literally World War II. And I could just hear the noise and pops and crackles. Pink Floyd, Have a Cigar. See, if you're not trying to do dead mouse-ish bass, you don't even notice that. I have to check it. I'm a headphone reviewer. But if you're just normal shuffling through normal tracks and you're not an insane bass head, you will absolutely fucking enjoy these. I'm gonna ride the gravy train. That's what they're doing. They're riding the gravy train. They do a lot. They do a lot of very, very finite highs. If I said anything, I'd say Advanced Alpha knows how to capture the highs, or Advanced knows how to capture the highs in these. God, they're pretty. People are gonna buy these just because they're so fucking pretty. Westworld. There you go. Soundstage. Not as wide as I think it would have been because of how open they are. A little bit narrow. It's a little bit on the nose. Go listen to my original review of them. I'm touching my nose. So I said on the nose and I'm touching my nose. They're not a relaxing set of headphones. And usually that's what I go for. I go for a relaxing set of headphones. I go for the big, wide, sleepy headphones. I go for auteurs. And then Aeolus show up, and I'm like, God, those are so intense, and I love them. And then, Sendi Ivas show up, which are not here again, and I'm like, God, the intensity, fuck me with those. And these are in that category of, oh my God, shoot me in the head. Get it? That was a joke from Zombieland Saga. She got shot in the head. Oh no, she got shot in the chest. And she got hit by Truck Coon. They did the GTR. I didn't really like the GTR headphone they made. I do like these. And I think if you have a chance to own them... No. No. Okay. Michael Kamen's Attention Dulles Tower from the Die Hard 2 OST. This is like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. If yeah. It's an orchestra. It's an orchestral piece. Michael Kamen is doing it. And it's a very quiet song. And at the very beginning, you hear them like doing the drums. And I could hear things happening in the room. When you record an orchestra, when you have 50, 60 people sitting in an orchestra, 50, 60 people have 50, 60 mics, maybe more. Sometimes drummers and shit have like several mics. And if you're very, very good in post, you literally have all the microphones muted except for the instrument that's playing. But if it's a drum and you're doing really quiet things, anyone else who's getting their sheet music set up or putting down their bongers, what the hell are they called? Things. If they're doing, you could hear the orchestra doing things when quiet pieces come on. I could hear the orchestra doing things in a Die Hard 2 track. I have it up pretty high. I wonder what is he doing? What makes that clicking sound? It sounds like someone's literally trying to light a lighter like 40 feet to my left. That's why fees. So, again, I'm not re-reviewing them entirely. I'm just remembering why I like them. And before they ask me to send this back, which they undoubtedly will, because they're the only probably pair in existence that they took pictures of for the Indiegogo, I'm going to take them around. I'm going to literally plug them into something portable, probably the THX monolith. I'm just going to wander around. They leak. I don't care. I'm Zeos. Zeos do as Zeos do. Shinji! Yeah, anything. If you are anywhere in if audio spectrum was bass, mid-range, treble, if you're a fan of anything up here, these. If you're a fan of low end and bass and crazy down, Virum ones. And then the Sendis sort of cover all of that, but they're $600 fucking dollars. So we can't really put them in the same category. All right, I'm putting these down. This was a short video today. There'll be no sound demo. Tomorrow will be a whole other review. Download her in the wallpaper. Download her in the wallpaper in the description. Check this video out on Patreon early. Actually, no. This particular video, I want the most eyes to see it, because so I got 19 days. I'll hopefully get this out the next 2 or 3 days. I want to see if I can help their GoFundMe, because they deserve at least a chance. No one knows about fucking Advance. I have them on my fucking wall and no one knows about them. But Zeos, can I just get M1060Cs? Yes, they're amazing M1060Cs. And those will do bass better than these. But these do better highs, better detail retrieval. You want soundstage and bass, go there. You want detail retrieval and highs, you go here. If you could afford Sendi Ivas, you get those. That's the way the planar game works. I'll link several planars in the description of this video. I'll link the Indiegogo for this. I'll link a couple bassy headphones, all the planars you could imagine, and then that wallpaper, and then the Patreon, which won't get jack shit from this because they're going to want these back. But if you want to see these reviews early, or if you want to get in the yard sale for other things that I've purchased and want to sell, 1st to the 10th, there you go. Other than that, yeah, check out the Hi-Fi Guides forums. Those are up, or at least they should be. I'm banking on my ability to have that up by tomorrow. And this video coming out the day after that. Check those out. The RMAF GoFundMe is up. We're trying to take this craziness, this cheap craziness to Denver to shove it in the face of expensive equipment. And maybe some rich audiophiles will go, huh, I don't have to spend $6 million on this. Who would have guessed? So yeah, that's today's video. I'll see you all tomorrow for something else.